Get myself together, y'all. Y'all know me. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the pipeline. Welcome. Yeah, welcome to the pipeline where we got more audio than visuals over here, y'all. Feel free to pull up, feel free to tap in. Pull up and park. Say what's going on, how y'all doing today. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still a little stuffy. I'm steady going strong. Y'all know me. But y'all, I'm no. It's a lot of different things I want to talk about, just related to the passing of LottaCashDesto. First of all, rest in peace to LottaCashDesto. Condolences to her family. This story, like I told y'all, I've been hearing about. If you in here, hit the like button for me. Let's do that. Hit the like button for me. Hit the notification bell. Most of all, hit the subscribe button for me. So every time I drop, you'll be the first one to get it. But listen, it's like I told y'all, I heard about the story about the young lady, but I didn't do my research or anything on her because I never heard of her before. Not saying she wasn't hot, I just didn't hear of her. You know what I'm saying? But hearing since she been passed and the different stories and different things, people was coming out about her. It's a sad story, y'all. I got some stuff I want to say, and it's some stuff that might rub some people the wrong way at the same time. So I'm gonna try to be very careful. But everything about this story is tragic. It is so tragic. I mean, when I see these young females, she dissed the dead. Hey, Zastasia Sims, thanks for tapping in. You know what? And that's the thing, Zastasia, is like everybody keep connecting that to her passing. Now, I'm not saying that may not be the case, but it's like when you listen, when you see her face, right? You see her face, you see her size, right? I hate to go back here, but I couldn't think of nothing but Boog the Bandit far as her size. These young women are small frame, petite, young female rappers that are being assassinated. So when I seen her, when I did my research on her last night and today, I couldn't think of nothing but how small and petite this baby is, right? So as I'm looking at her face and looking at her appearance, it's like her face and her image didn't match what she was talking about. It just didn't. Hold on. Buttercup, what? Y'all, my dog going crazy over here. I don't know what. Hold on, y'all. Let me get her a snack. Hold on. Come on. Y'all, because she not going to leave me alone. Like, she over here worse than baby pipeline on me. Hold on. But listen, y'all, when okay. Bye. Go. So listen. When I'm looking at her, I'm like, her face and her image, it don't match up. Yeah, but Boog was backdoor and I did some people. Absolutely. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about far as the size. They most definitely was talking about two different things. You can't compare Courtney Bruce to Desto at all. Only thing they have in common is just being small framed young women. So that's what I was thinking about when I seen her. So as I'm listening to her music and checking her music out, I'm like, what she talking about ain't matching up with her image and her face. So it's like, to me, it seemed like she was living a different character. You feel me, Stage on that part? It seemed like she was portraying a different image than who she really was. It, to me, I'm gonna be honest. Rest in peace, LottaCashDesto. But to me, she was on demon time. It just seemed like she wanted the wrong type of attention that didn't fit her image or the person that she was. The way that she moved and looking at that young girl, you couldn't look at her and tell she was riding around with blickies and all this until you really looked at her music and checked out her Instagram. You like, she really living like that. She really was living like that at her age. And then think about the name. Because the name, to me, always, to me, says a lot about the character that these artists portray. Let's talk about Q Money, right? The Q with the money. Every time you seen him, he was on the same thing Desto was on with the whole bunch of money flashing. Every time you see him, wads and wads and wads of money, which can make you a target. So in a lot of cash, and a lot of cash Desto position, she was getting a lot of money to be so young. She most definitely was getting to the bag. But with that, you can't be on demon time getting to the bag but still moving like a regular girl. If you gonna put that energy out there to diss the dead and smoke on the dead, yeah, you gotta know what you signing up for. You gotta know what energy and the people you about to have coming your way when you put that out into the universe. So a lot of people allegedly say it had a lot to do. It had a lot to do with, allegedly she did a diss song with, I guess, Julio Fulio, I guess called Leaky or whatever. Now, the guy Leaky is supposed to have been a real goon, like a real goon that was putting in work, and they don't play with his name lightly. Same thing with like King Von. Certain names, you can't go talking about these people and then expect for your life to just be regular. Not saying Julio Fulio had anything to do with her passing, but linking up with him to do that feature, to disrespect his op that you had, that a lot of Cash Desto didn't know nothing about this dude Leaky. So when you did the diss song just to get a feature, because I'm quite sure a lot of Cash Desto probably didn't think nothing of it. I'm quite sure she didn't think it was going to be no backlash out of it. But how could you not when the song is talking about smoking on this dude Leaky who passed away? Everybody not on that type of time with this and the dead, males or females. So if you gonna stand on that demon time, she most definitely should have been moving different. She was getting too much money to still be in them areas that she was in. Out in the streets, 2:40 a.m. is when she was ambushed. Her Porsche SUV, from what the rumors are saying and the speculations, she was in a Porsche SUV. She was the driver. Her girlfriend was in a passenger seat. She was shot in the leg, and somebody else in the back seat. Why would you stage it? That's what I'm saying. Why would you diss somebody you don't know? But probably in her head, and I'm just speaking, I'm just thinking from, y'all know me, I like to cover from different perspectives. She probably was thinking, this is the biggest feature. This is a feature right here that could put me in a good position in the industry and with a bag. But I don't think I don't think that she was aware of really what she was doing, because it's like, Was you doing it for the feature or was you doing it for the clout? Because when you link up with these features, with these artists that got other beefs, their beef become your beef. Their ops become your ops. And as young as she was and living the street life, can't nobody tell me she ain't know that. She had to possibly know jumping on this feature with Julio Fulio talking about smoking on Leaky was going to lead to other consequences. Ain't no way she ain't know that. And I hate to sound so harsh because I don't mean no disrespect when I say it, but it's real life. They are not discriminating because you a female. They not playing with the women, just like they not playing with these dudes out here. So when you get with these certain people, when you get with these certain people and these certain artists, and you get to picking up day ops, prime example, like women. Like, what's up, y'all? Thanks for tapping in here. Like, for instance, like I say this all the time, with women who want to get with these guys that's living the fast life, right? They big time dope dealers. They got all these cars and all this money, and they living fast and moving fast. Women be so in a rush to be the bottom chick, not realizing you done signed yourself up for felony cases. You done signed yourself up for backdooring. You done set yourself up to lose your life, possibly, because if they can't get him, they coming to get you. Slow down with trying to get to the material and to the bag by attracting the wrong people and doing the wrong things, thinking it won't come for you. LottaCashDesto probably didn't think her life would be tragically taken in this manner by doing a feature with Julio Fulio. But when she got introduced to the song called Leaky and talking about smoking on the dead dude, she knew right then and there what she was signing up for. So why would you not move different or put yourself in a position where you don't even have to even be on that type of time? Because once you enter this game, this music game, on this and dead people and this and the ops, you done opened up another door that you ain't even ready for. And thinking because you a woman or a girl, they ain't gonna touch me. I'm untouchable because I got people around me. How many women in this game has had people around them and still bad things happen to them? We can go back to Boog the Bandit with being in the car with her so-called friend slash brother on the friend side for protection. She lose her life and he didn't. He didn't even get a scratch. You gotta watch it out here. And I feel bad for LottaCashDesto passing. I feel bad for her family because where was the people at to tell her? See, this is why I say pay attention to the people that surround you for all the wrong reasons. All them yes men, all the yes women. You got to pay attention to that because where was the people who supposed to care for her and love her to tell her, hey, that's not it. That's not the way you need to go. That's not it. Her management team should have orchestrated that a different way. I listened to this on Leaky. Her verse comes straight in and say, Julio got me smoking on Leaky. Like, come on. And that's no disrespect. But I think if she wouldn't have never did that feature, I think a lot of cash should still be living. Can we put it on Julio Fulio? I can't say that. I think it boils down to accountability. Hate to say it this way, but Desto got to be held accountable for her actions. Same thing in the Q Money case. Calvin lost his life going to Atlanta. Got to be held accountable for your actions. You cannot keep putting yourself in the fire. And then when things happen, it's like somebody told on me or the world is against me. People ratting on me. No, be held accountable for putting yourself in these situations. We not about to keep putting this on the record labels now. Like, come on. Record labels ain't sacrificing all these goddamn artists. It's just getting ridiculous at this point. These artists got to be held accountable for their actions. It's 2:40 in the morning. LottaCashDesto shouldn't even been outside if she wasn't getting paid to be outside or doing some kind of club performance. In a Porsche SUV. LottaCash was eating. She was eating a lot. She was eating. to be her age compared to a lot of these artists that we see. When I seen the way she was living, I'm like, wow, that's impressive to be that age. All behind your talent. I don't think LottaCashDesto, I don't think she sold drugs or did robberies or nothing. Now, I don't know enough information on her to say that. I don't think she have a history from that. I ain't heard nothing about like she got a history of setting dudes up or she got a history of selling drugs or nothing like that. It just seemed like she was lightweight on demon time. If you listen to the music, but when you listen to her music, it don't match her image. For instance, I could see her talking about other stuff besides what she was talking about. Now, could I say I could see her being a twerk rapper? Nah, I don't see that from her. Can I see her maybe possibly um in the lane on the other different type of young MA or maybe changing her style up in a different type of way? Yeah, I could see that. But I can't see this little girl really living that being on demon time, like taking like I can't see dudes taking her serious far as being on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? She was just too small and her image just wasn't there. She was a pretty young woman. She's a pretty young woman. So people say like, oh well, she didn't want to be because like they were saying with Boog the Bandit, like okay, they didn't want to change their image. That's who they are. Okay, there's nothing wrong with being who you are, but you gotta know who you linking up with in this industry and who you doing features with. That could tarnish your image. We seen the baby shine. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. And you know what? Like for instance, y'all remember how when Megan Thee Stallion ended up getting shot allegedly by Tory Lanez or whatever, right? That whole situation, right? Tied up with the Jenner, the Kardashians, all that stuff, right? And then we recently hear the baby come out and say he had sex with Megan Thee Stallion. So it's like Megan got mad because Megan got mad because she did a song with the baby and she felt like the baby loyalty should have been indebted to her. Why would you go and do a feature with my whole op and this dude just shot me? You see what I'm saying? Like it's like that same kind of energy. So with a lot of Cash Desto doing a feature with Julio Fulio, we already knew how everybody at that moment put the target on her. That's just simple what it was. She was in the clear when she was just doing music with Lil Uzi Vert. But it's all about this op thing and being on this demon time. And I feel sad that Megan said that her body it's her body. She could do what she want with it. Absolutely. She most definitely can. But how you gonna get mad at the baby for doing a feature with Tory Lanez because Tory Lanez shot you? It ain't no loyalty in this game. And everybody is chasing this bag. So LottaCashDesto probably felt like Julio Fulio ain't his ops ain't my ops. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just doing a feature. But I think she didn't take it as serious as the world take it serious. Cause she was from Memphis. Now I found that out yesterday. I didn't know she was from Memphis. She was her life was taken in Houston, but she's originally from Memphis. And I guess she moved to Atlanta and then from Atlanta she moved to Houston. That's what I recently just found out. But it's like, did she really not think that it was gonna be some kind of consequences by saying what she said? Now, could it we can't even say if she did the feature with him if her life would have been in jeopardy. She could have still did the feature but still said some other stuff on the feature. But with her bringing the dude leaky name up and other songs was dissing other dead people and stuff, you can't be on demon time and still move like a girl. It's just impossible. It's never gonna work out well. Didn't I say this on my last live yesterday? Was it last night or the night before? You can't ride both lanes. You cannot ride both lanes. It's not gonna work out well. We just seen it happen with LottaCashDesto and a lot of other ones. You gotta pick a lane and you gotta stay sturdy and drive straight and look forward, seatbelt on. Because driving in all them other different lanes, an accident and a collision is most definitely bound to happen. It most definitely is. It was the night before. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Because it's like, after that, and I'm seeing all the other video, they like, she stayed this and the dead. She stayed smoking on dead packs and stuff. I'm like, really? So as I'm hearing the stories about the young lady throughout the week, I'm like, okay, let me finally get into the logistics. Let me get down to the nitty gritty with this young lady, LottaCashDesto. And what I seen, it was like mouth hit the floor. Never seen a young woman that age getting that much money, that many foreign cars, that many. Now, we don't know if they was rented or not, but once again, what is that? What do artists do? They create an image. This is the image in the costumes that they wear. In real life, they not nothing like what they put on that image. Who was that I was just I just seen an interview, right? This strictly off subject. I just seen an interview the other day on Sway, the morning show, right? And Rich Homie Quan, she most definitely was on Demon Time. But listen, y'all, the part that tripped me out with that was like looking at her. Pretty hair, pretty teeth, pretty young woman. You wouldn't even, her music didn't match her look. It didn't match. It didn't go. Her voice didn't even go with it. Like the stuff she was talking about, her voice was very small. It was very, what's a word I could say? Y'all help me with the word I want to say about her voice. It was very small. You could tell she was young. Like, it just didn't hit you in the way where you like, okay, I can really rock with this like that. You could tell she was a girl. She was a young woman. Her voice was very small. She had a small, petite frame, and she was pretty. And then you look in her eyes, she most definitely, she most definitely was on that type of time. Because what they say, the eyes is the windows to the soul. You can look at a lot of these artists in their eyes. Like we was talking about Boosie eyes the other night. We were just talking about Boosie eyes last night. You look at Boosie, it's like nobody is home. Nobody ain't there. Nobody ain't upstairs, man. The vacancy light is just blinking. Y'all remember, if you go to a hotel, remember in the movies, them scary movies, the motel lights, the vacancy signs be, it be the vacancy signs be just flashing like ain't nobody there, it's closed down. Like that's what I seen in Boosie eyes. LottaCashDesto had that in her eyes. King Von, another one that had that in their eyes. If you look through the windows of the soul, a lot of these artists is hurting. They hurting, they depressed, they constantly want to show the material things, smoking all the weed. They missing something. On top of that, they searching for something, and then they trying to prove and show everybody I'm not hurting. Because look at all my material things behind me. Look at this. I'm not hurting. But deep down inside, they are being tortured mentally with their own thoughts. Tortured by their own thoughts. A lot of cash just put on her, was an Instagrammer tweeted. She said, I think, I don't want to quote it verbatim, but it was something like, I like it. I like it better in Houston than what I did in Atlanta. Something like that she had said. Who would have knew a week later she would have ended up being tragically gunned down? And here's the thing, right? They did this young woman so, like, bad to me. Like, her Porsche SUV was hit from two different sides. So was it two gunmen, three gunmen? The last time we really heard about something like that, like an ambush type like that deal, was like with FBG Duck. I would say the way she was done on the female side, it kind of remind you of how they assassinated FBG Duck with jumping out, different people jumping out the car getting hit up from different angles. So to me, it's like a lot of LottaCashDesto was the target. And then I'm sad to say it, and my heart really goes out to her family, but she most definitely was the target. Just like in Boog the Bandit case, she was the target. When all these people be around, they barely get injuries. They barely get scratched, or it be a graze or something. Look what happened with Tupac and Suge Knight. Suge Knight got grazed slightly. Tupac got hit 5, 6, 7 times. I mean, it are these setups, are these hits, these are assassinations that are being taken place right in front of us. Everything is being filmed. I mean, the bodies they putting on the YouTube, the bodies on Instagram, the crime scenes all on the internet. That baby was done bad. But can we say being held, taking accountability for the actions? Being on demon time has caused a lot of cash to lose her life. A lot of cash desto to lose her life by the energy she put out, the things that she talked about. And also, another thing, y'all, it wasn't even a robbery. Sean, she was tied up in some real street stuff that she slept on. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what made me say she was in both lanes. You got to pick a lane. She was on demon time, but living a regular life like a regular girl, not taking none of this serious. Did she not know the extent of the beefs that she was entering in? Did she not know the extent of all of these crimes and all these rappers that she was almost being connected with or connected with? Those ops became her ops. They taking this and the dead stuff so lightly. And it's most definitely not a game. These is people, loved ones. These is people, brothers and sisters and uncles and fathers. Because think about it. They are young parents in their 20s. A lot of these artists that's losing their lives, some of them, majority of them, are fathers, are mothers. A lot of cash destos now. I don't think none of my female artists that I cover had kids, but Alicia Morrell. She was a mother of 5 who was gunned down in Atlanta. I think she was the only female artist that I covered that had children. But it is really sad, though. When I looked at this young lady, I mean, my mouth hit the floor because I'm like, why is she talking like that? And her is not matching up. Her voice not matching up with what she talking about. The image ain't matching up with what she talking about. But she going bar for bar. And I ain't gonna take nothing from her. You gotta give credit where credit is due. The talent was most definitely there. But I think she should have redirected that into another direction. And her management team. If y'all know that she is what, see, this is what I be talking about with these labels, which make us think about these insurance policies. But we can't always put it on the labels, and we can't always put it on insurance policies. These labels know what artists to go and sign. They really go get these artists in these low poverty neighborhoods that's on demon time, give them a bag, tell them to be great, because they know that money about to circulate back again in less than 2 years' time by either death or going to jail. So they're going to reap the rewards, these labels and these management teams. I don't understand why nobody in her management told her, don't say that. When you get on the track with him, don't go dissing the dead, mix that around, twist it around where it'll benefit you. Because there's other ways you can go about doing features, but without being on that type of time nobody is on. We seen the baby do the song with NBA Youngboy. He like, look, his ops is not my ops. I'm here for strategic reasons, and I'm here to get a bag. Don't make me a op because I'm working with NBA Youngboy. We seen what the baby went through, but now we see his sales declining. On top of him being disrespectful. She was a victim of retaliation, Sean. She most definitely was a victim of retaliation. And it's sad. Like, I wonder if anybody, like, talked to her. Like, do you know what you doing? Do you not know what you signing up for? Do you not know, baby, you can't move like that no more? She is an asset. LottaCashDesto became an asset to everybody around her. Now, can we really say her passing was due to Julio Fulio, or could we say that somebody in her crew possibly set her up? Cause that be the thing. That be the thing. We could say where we think it could have came from. But look at, if you look at her videos and look at them dudes that was in her videos, they look like they was hungry and they was starving too. If you don't take care of the people around you and you the only one eating, you think they not gonna come and plot and set something up? Like, we been with you. We in all your videos and we supporting you, and you can't even give us $20. I heard this was a big reason why some of OTF members ended up turning their back on Lil Durk. But at the same time, people can't, and this is allegedly, you can't always expect for people to bird feed you just because you in a pack. Like, okay, I could put you in position one time or give you a bag one time. After that, don't keep coming back for me thinking I owe you something. Could that have been the case then? Lotto Cash, Desto, Instinct. Did people feel like they was entitled? Or do we think it came from her dissing the dead, smoking on ops, and being on demon time? I'm kind of like, I'm going to be honest, y'all, I'm kind of like 60-40 with it. I'm kind of like 60% with the dissing the dead and all that. I'm 60% with that. Like, that possibly could have played a part in her passing. And then the 40%, because we don't have no proof. See, because y'all know how I am. We don't really have no receipts on if that was the reason why she lost her life. So 60%, I do feel like that. The other 40%, I feel like, man, people be watching. People be lurking. People knew that that Porsche SUV. People knew. How did they know where she was at 2:40 in the morning? First of all, she must was in the area where people knew who her Porsche truck was. The way they ambushed her, it most definitely was a hit and was a setup. Who knows how long they was following her? Who knows if it wasn't some little dudes in the neighborhood that been waiting to catch her slipping? How we know she didn't give her location to somebody? Hey, bro, I'm about to pull up. I'm about to pull up to the gas station on such and such street in such and such street. How long is it gonna be for you to be there? I'll be there about 10 minutes. I'm about to pull up. We don't know how that could have went. So, but when I listen to the music, I'm just like, man, this young baby, if she would have kept going, and possibly, what was the reason for her to even move to Houston? Was Houston, her moving to Houston, is that when the place started being ran? Because these type of setups and stuff just don't happen overnight. Her op had the drop on her. Yep, I agree with that. Her op had the drop on her. Either y'all, they follow her, or she dropped her low to somebody. They dropped her. And keep in mind, y'all know I'm always telling y'all, if y'all going to these different places and you don't want nobody to know where you at, man, turn your location off. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. They got so many apps that they could track you, your phone number, and all this stuff. And I keep my location off. That's why I got 3 phones and only work off of one. I keep my location off when I travel, when I go to certain places. All that. I don't need nobody knowing how I'm moving and where I'm moving to. People could really track you without you giving up your low. So keep that in mind. When y'all moving somewhere, y'all creeping on y'all girls. Y'all know how y'all do. Y'all call yourself cheating, men and women, or you call yourself having all these ops. Turn that location off. You go to your settings, you turn the location off. When you get to where you're going, turn your location back on. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. Just from my experiences, and I know people in the world that we living in. People want access to you. People want access to your life. People want access to your lifestyle. Everybody can't have access. So you got to treat yourself very, very valuable. You ain't got to tell everybody where you're going. You ain't got to tell everybody how you moving. LottaCashDesto, was she telling people she about to go over there and sign the sniper game in October? Y'all know October slowly approaching. She just lost her life. Just lost her life. Was she telling people she was about to go sign the Kodak? Because Kodak put it on Instagram and Twitter. Oh, yeah, I was about to sign her. I was about to drop a 2023 Ferrari on her. I was about to drop some more diamonds on her, some more bling. Kodak Black put this up out on the social media platforms. And then he also posted the messages between him and LottaCashDesto. Because why is it that these female artists end up getting their life taken right before they make it out? Magnolia Shorty, about to make it out. Got shot almost 34. I think they said 34 times Magnolia Shorty got shot. Book the Bandit told a few people, I'm moving to Atlanta. I'm out of here. Her life was tragically taken right before she left. LottaCashDesto about to sign the Kodak Black in less than 2 weeks. Sniper game about to be up. She was about to have a buzz probably bigger than Glorilla coming out as a female artist at her age. She already eating. Her status was higher. Her status was higher than Glorilla's. Like if she would have went, if LottaCashDesto would have went over there and signed with Kodak Black, man, it was about to be up for her. Up, because it was already up now. Look who she was working with. And I didn't even know her. A lot of people didn't know her, I think, until she passed. But she had a nice fan base. So we ain't going to sleep on that. Because she possibly could have went and told some people or some people she thought she trusted or thought that loved her, one of her best interests. Hey, y'all, I'm about to go over here and sign the Kodak. We working, waiting on the paperwork. It's on the way. Did they possibly know that? We coming for you. You ain't about to even bust that move like that. Who knows if they haven't been watching her since she did the song Leaky or the other songs that she did and Diss People. Because I still don't know how long she was living in Houston. Because it sounds like she had just moved to Houston. Probably like a few months back. It don't seem like she been in Houston for like no 6 months or nothing like that. I think it was under like 3 months. I think it was recent. Because for her to just tweet what she said, like, yeah, I'm glad I moved to Houston. It was a better decision. That to me made it seem like, and don't quote me on this, it made it seem like she been in Houston for just a little bit. Did Lil Uzi Vert have her move to Houston? Was that something with Kodak Black? Because Kodak Black probably would have had her move to Miami. That's just what I'm thinking. But who knows why she was in Houston? What was the reason why she was in Houston? And how long has they been watching and following her to pretty much put a hit on her? That baby wasn't, I don't even think, she wasn't backdoored to me. That was assassination. That was different guns involved, different parts of the car was shot up from different angles. So where did they pop out at? You know what, Shaw? I don't know how old LottaCashDesto was. I'm about to pull it up right now. But looking at the baby, I don't think she was no more than like 21 or 22 or something. I don't think she was older than 22, but I'm about to Google it right now so we can find out. And she is at the prime of her life. This is really when true life starts. She already had the success. She was in a relationship, I'm quite sure. Looking at her, she looks like she came from good stock. She don't look like she came from like a see, I didn't do a lot of research because y'all know me, when I do that research, I would have got down to the whole logistics of it. Like, she was from Memphis, but just because you from Memphis don't mean you come from bad stock. You know what I'm saying? I say that about Cleveland. I said about Chicago. I know people, Detroit. I know people in a lot of places that people would think is like the bottom of the bottom. And they actually come from good stock. Like their parents been together for like 20, 30 years. They grew up in their house. Their parents is educated. Like, so just because she from Memphis, that don't mean that she didn't come from good stock. Hold on, y'all. Let me say. LottaCashDesto age. How old was LottaCashDesto? Y'all, my mic is picking up all my sounds around me. Hold on. Desto age. Okay, y'all. It say she was 22. That's what I thought. I thought she was 22 because I thought I seen that before. And here's the thing, because like I said, y'all, I don't most definitely, I'm not into disrespecting the dead by far. I'm just saying a lot of these artists has to be held accountable for their actions. A lot of these labels got to be held accountable. But we cannot keep saying that these artists is being sacrificed, and we see the lifestyle that they live in. We see the atmospheres and the things that they are doing, and the way they moving, which is causing them to lose their life. So at that point, can we keep saying it's empire? Empire going to go. Empire is really signing artists that's really about that life. But with that being said, with the artists that they going for and signing, what is Empire true ulterior motive by going to keep getting these artists that's involved with murder cases and drug cases and robberies? They going to get these artists that's on the most demon time, but they got artists over there that's not on demon time. For instance, like Money Man. Money Man is another artist that's over there on Empire, and I always be checking in on Money Man because he is one that I really like that's over there. Like, I like Money Man and how he move and how he invest and how he is constantly giving us the game on credit, how to build yourself, how to build into stocks, how to invest in real estate. So I like Money Man. And I most definitely is watching him because he is on the Empire roster. But he don't move like a lot of they other artists too. So at this point, we gotta start holding these artists accountable, held accountable. And when they pass, it's not that we don't care or don't show no kind of sympathy or remorse, because that's not the case. A lot of them we love. A lot of them are some of our favorite entertainers. When it comes to young women like LottaCashDesto, 22, just breaking in the way that she broke in, kicking the door in, with all that success, to end up being on demon time, and her life was tragically taken, we can't say we didn't see this type of outcome coming. And I hate to say it that way and not being so harsh or disrespectful about it, but certain things we just can't say we don't see it coming. So we got to start holding some of these rappers accountable. When they pass, I'm not saying talk bad on their name or disrespect them, but it most definitely is an eye-opener to the street. It most definitely is an eye-opener to the culture. It most definitely is a wake-up call to these young female rappers that's moving too fast, living too fast, want to be seen for all the wrong things. And when you moving like that, you're going to attract all the wrong things. And most of all the wrong people. Because if people truly love, to me, a lot of cash debts, though, I think a lot of more people should have been talking to her. I said the same thing about NBA Youngboy when he got out of jail. Like, why ain't nobody talking to him? Why is he so angry coming out? Because we knew what contract he said. We know what door he walked through versus what door Bobby Shmurda walked through. NBA Youngboy came home angry. Somebody need to talk to him. He needs some type of counseling. Now we see that he's calming down. Same thing with a lot of cash debts, though. I think this could have been prevented. Her passing could have been prevented if the right people would have been around her and telling her, hey, you shouldn't move like this. Hey, baby, I don't think you should have said that in the verse. When she was in the studio talking this, that, and this, that, if they knew and loved her the way that they said they loved her, they most definitely would have had a conversation with her. Family members, friends, business associations, managers. Hey, you can still be rough and tough, but hey, we not doing no smoking on no dead people. We losing too many people. We don't want to lose you, lot of cash. We don't want that kind of energy for you, baby. Let's switch your image up a little bit. Where was those talks at? And we know with certain people, you can't, like, certain artists, you can't tell them what to do. Certain artists, they gonna do what they want to do. They not listening to nothing nobody talking about. And that be a lot of my problem. And I'm not gonna put it on the young or the old. I put it like this on my thing with that be. If your way ain't working, try another way. It's a lot of people who feel like they don't need no advice from nobody. Oh, you can't tell me nothing. Yeah, she was a young millionaire. A lot of cash, Desto, a lot of them. They coming, they getting signed to $1 million, $2 million record deals. Advances 500,000, 600,000. Not including all the other work and shows and tour money that they getting. They most definitely is young millionaires in their 20s. That's why I speak the way that I speak, because they so young with so much success. And they work so hard to get it and losing it. And they don't want to hear nothing, Sean. Sean, can't nobody tell. Sean, I'm about to make you a moderator. Put your comment up again. I'm about to make you a moderator too. Shout out to Sean. So listen, it's like, can't nobody say nothing to nobody no more. You can't even say nothing to your friend who you feel like doing parenting is a little off. Because I ain't going to say doing wrong or right. Everybody parenting different. You can't even say nothing to nobody kids without them wanting to pull a blicky out and go to war and physically fight and everything. No, you can't say nothing to nobody. Everybody think they got all the answers. The youth, they just lost a lot of them. Not all of them, because it's a lot of good ones. It's a lot of good ones. That's why I don't talk too bad on the youth, because it's a lot of good youth that's doing the right thing, and it's a lot of them that's not. Even as adults. That's why I said you can't go too hard on the young ones, because it's a lot of grown people you can't tell nothing to that's living ass backwards. Didn't I tell y'all me and my mother just had a disagreement about wisdom? We had a full disagreement for an hour because my mother wanted to lecture me about, this was just the other day. She wanted to lecture me about, you know what, the older you get, the more wisdom kick in. I told her, Ma, I don't agree with that. I just don't. It these OGs and a lot of these great uncles and great aunts, they're not leading by example. They're not. It's like we making better decisions than them. Not all of them, but some. We making better decisions than them. We holding our households better than them. We running businesses better than them. And we owning property and everything else. How is y'all getting older but seem like y'all ain't learning shit at the same time? I know a lot of people older than me that I can't learn nothing from and wouldn't take no kind of advice. So I gotta disagree with the older you get, the more wiser you get. I don't agree with that. I think wisdom come with life experiences, learning from your mistakes, learning from your trials and tribulations. That's where the wisdom gonna come in at. It's a life experience. It's a life challenge. The things that life throw at you and put in your path, and you overcome it, that most definitely is something where wisdom gonna have to kick in moving forward. Because you know, regardless at what age, even at LottaCashDesto age at 22, she was wise enough to know I can't be talking about smoking on dead people. I can't be talking about this demon time and dissing all these ops and don't think. Wisdom. You don't have to be 40 and 50 years old to have wisdom or lack knowledge. That's something we gonna always develop the older that we get. Uh-oh, hold on. Hold on, Sean. I just made you a moderator, Sean. Y'all, big ups to Sean. Y'all say what's up, Sean. He's another moderator I just added to the pipeline. So when y'all see Sean, y'all know he in the building. He most definitely gonna be watching the comments and watching the content. But it's like wisdom, you cannot put an age on that. That's just like knowledge. You cannot say at a certain age, I know everything. When people say, like, I've been there and done that, what that mean? That still don't mean you ain't gonna go through it again. And if you've been through it and done it, why is you steady making the same mistakes? That's a lack of knowledge. That's a lack of wisdom. So when it comes to knowledge, you can never be too old to learn. You can never be a certain age to have all the answers. I'm older. You better listen to your grandma. She got wisdom. Man, some of these grandmas ain't got no wisdom. They ain't showing a lot of these grandkids no kind of examples to lead by or follow. And I'm not saying no, because we got some good grandmoms and great. You welcome, Sean, most definitely 100. We got some good grandparents. It's a lot of bad ones out there too. So can we say that all grandmothers got the best wisdom? And now we can't say that. We can't. Can we say we love our grandparents? Absolutely. And we going to love them for who they are. But can we say we going to sit and take a lot of knowledge from certain grandparents? I'm not talking about my grandparents. I'm just talking about in general, the way that this world is going. We have grandmothers at 30 and 40 years old now. Let's do a reality check. Let's keep it all the way a being. Grandmamas is now 35 and 40 years old. These are the modern day grandparents. These new grandparents dressing like they grandkids and they kids. They partying harder than they kids to be grandparents and great uncles and aunts. Like, I'm just saying, let's keep it all the way real with it. Like, so we can't just sit up here and say like Lotta Cash didn't know what she was doing. I think she knew exactly what she was doing, but maybe she thought that with her being a girl, the smoke wouldn't come the way that it would come to other male artists. I could see that. By the way she was caught lacking, it says that. Period. And it says that, though. Honestly, y'all, it's like, if you really pay attention to the way that she was lacking and the way that she was caught and how 2 to 3 gunmen hit her Porsche SUV up from different sides and different angles, I don't think she took it as serious as she knew how serious it was. Deep in her heart, everybody know this. If you 18, I think about 15 and 14. Even these kids know you can't be disrespecting the dead and smoking on dead people. So ain't no way that she didn't know what type of arena she was entering. But I believe this though. I believe she possibly could have thought with her being a girl, the smoke wouldn't come her way. That's the only thing I could really see how she was moving the way that she was moving, like a regular girl. She not understanding, like, this rap beef and this stuff is real over here. This is not a game. This is not for play. They smoking girls, women, kids. When they come, they coming. And you got to watch who people name you put in your mouth, disrespecting and slandering these people's names. But can we say accountability? People got to start being held accountable for their actions. It's sad what happened to LottaCashDesto. My heart really goes out to her family because it's still a loss. It's still a loss. Her mama can't pick up the phone and call her daughter no more. Her family is no longer being able to see her in a physical body. That most definitely is heartbreaking, and your heart gotta go out to him. But I'm gonna say this in a very respectful way. When you see your children or the people you love moving in a different type of way, and you see danger approaching before it approach, sometimes you gotta keep them in the house a little longer. Take them on a trip somewhere. Try to do things and have conversation with your children and your family members and your loved ones and really get inside their brain. Because a lot of these artists, yeah, I don't think she knew. Lotta Cash, I don't think she knew her life was in danger. I don't think she knew the extent of what she was doing, what it was gonna turn out to be. Or is it that she knew and probably just didn't take it serious? You know what I'm saying? When you love your people and these people getting money and you see the way that they going, man, have a conversation with them. Life is short. Hold them a little tighter. Squeeze them just a little bit longer. Keep them on the phone a few more minutes longer and get through to them. Because I think a lot of people nowadays just feel like they ain't got nobody to talk to. Nobody understands them. Parents too busy working, chasing a bag. They don't know what's going on with their kids on the internet. I talk about cyberbullying all the time on my channel. These kids are being bullied on social media. They're being bullied in school, and they come home, and the parents is just like, how's school? Everything is good. They send them home to go upstairs in the room on the laptop, video games. Not even checking in with them on their social media. Not even checking in their mental capacity. These kids are committing suicide in rapid numbers due to cyberbullying. Check in with your people. If you got people that's artists and family members that's artists that you love, keep a little bit more tabs on them better now more than ever. Because we see how rapidly they're losing their life. And you don't want to be the one that say, only if I would have had a little bit more time. Because that's all that we ask for at the end of the day. When it's at our doorstep and we know danger is there, we don't care about the money or the material things. None of that matters. You know what matters the most? I wish I had a little bit more time. Y'all subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for me. Feel free to email me, pipelinenews2020@gmail.com. Condolences to Lotta Cash. Condolences to her family. And until next time, y'all stay woke. I'm out of here.